What's up, y'all? It's your girl Moji Exotic, and y'all know what the fuck going on. Y'all are watching Exotic Views. Now we are on episode 5, and y'all are in for a treat. Well, before we get started, I need y'all to follow me, like, share, comment, repost, all that. Support your girl, please and thank you. How many of y'all like twins? How many of y'all have talked to a set of twins? Like y'all were dating a set of twins. Now we're just gonna hop right into it. For confidential purposes, I am going to switch up the names in this story. Now this was anonymous, so I don't know where this story is coming from, but I tried to include that, but they didn't never say where they're from. Now the story is coming from a girl named Alicia, okay? Alicia was in love with her boyfriend Tay, and she's been dating Tay for over a year, and they were just extremely happy. After a year of them dating, Tay finally came out to her and told her that, hey, I got a twin brother. He's coming from the military. He will be coming to live with us, type shit. So she was a little like uneasy about it because like she don't really didn't understand why he like kind of kept that from her. But she just kind of went along with it like, okay, whatever. Like he came, she met him and say like his eyes was locked on her like like white on rice, like he was on her ass. Like he was staring at her, sizing her up. And she said her boyfriend didn't really pay attention to that. Now his name was Ray. So when her boyfriend used to go to work, Ray would be there and he would be sitting on the couch just watching her walk through the house. He barely spoke to her because he was, I guess, trying to respect his brother, but really he eyeing her, looking at her, and she said he spent a lot of time talking on the phone. Now this is where it gets a little crazy. Now her boyfriend worked third shift, and it was one night where Ray was in the house with her, and she was sitting on the edge of her bed watching TV, and Ray walked past the room door and was like, "You got room for another one?" Now she like, dang, I ain't never, ever talked to no twins. And she just was so amazed at how much he looked just like her boyfriend. I mean, duh, bitch, they're twins, but okay. So he ended up coming inside of her room and they were just having a little conversation. And I think y'all know where this is going. Yes, he ended up clapping her. Now she say that she was getting nailed to the floor. You hear me? She even admitted that it was better than her boyfriend. After it all happened, she just kind of like told him like, we can't do that ever again. You caught me at a time where I was vulnerable and stuff like that. You know, tried to blame it on him like, girl, it's not his fault. It's yours. Well, it became a regular thing. Not every night, she said, but it would be at least 2 or 3 times out of the week. Now, Tay had the night off, so he decided to spend that night, of course, with his girlfriend. And he set up like a romantic, like dinner for her. He could cook really good, she say. So he set up a big dinner. He cooked for her, rose petals, candles, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now she already felt guilty for messing around with his brother, but she was so locked in on Tay at the time, like, you know, I love him. This is still my boyfriend, whatever. So Ray comes out the room and he's slightly tipsy and he walks through the living room in the middle of like their little like date. So he was coming through the living room and basically what he was trying to do was just sabotage like what they had going on, making a lot of noise, closing the fridge, doing like little petty shit. So Tay is like, hey bro, you know, could you please like go back in the room? You know, I'm trying to have a moment with my girl. And he like, yo girl. So Tay look over at her and look at his brother like, what the fuck y'all got going on? So he was like, well, bro, I'm going to be honest with you. I want her. They getting in each other's face and they just like going at it. And she stand up and she's like, stop, you know, trying to diffuse the situation. When really, girl, you shouldn't have done none of that shit. So at this point, they're both in each other's face. And Ray is like, you better tell him before I do. So they both in each other's face and he's like, you better tell him before I tell him. And she's like, what are you talking about? Like, she tried to play dumb. You know how these bitches is. They bird brain. So she comes out and she's like, okay, me and Ray have been messing around. So Tay take all of his attention away from his brother and look at her like, so you been messing with my brother? She's so scared. She don't know what to say. She just sitting there like, well, yeah, I mean, you're never home. You know, she tried to give the excuse that every girl who cheating on a boyfriend, oh, I was lonely. I was vulnerable. I needed you and you weren't here. And I just felt like he was the better option and blah blah blah, you know, tried to feed him that bullshit. He asked how long it's been going on, and she go ahead and tell him like it's been going on for like 2 months. I'm so sorry. You know, trying to play like, you know, like she really cared, but really she really want the brother. She want Ray for real. So to sum it all up, they end up separating, of course. He was going to propose to her that night, and she missed out on a good guy. She ended up getting a place with Ray and spending the rest of her time with him until she found out that she was pregnant. Now, Ray is like, I don't know, you know, maybe it's my brother baby, or maybe it's mine. Like, we don't know because you was messing around with both of us at the same time. So fast forward, this is the crazy part, y'all. She ended up having a baby, and of course Ray is like, this is my baby, but also Tay is like, I don't know, bro, this could be my baby. So a DNA test was issued, and y'all, I don't know how true this is. I don't even know if this shit could happen for real. She say the DNA read 99.99999 for both of them. Like, huh? Like, I don't even know how that even happens or if this story is true. I'm just telling what is submitted to me, but I'm just like confused. Somebody tell me right now, does that really happen? And Alicia, bitch, you are trifling. Like, how can a baby have two daddies? Like, I don't get it. Now, I was thinking maybe it's because they're twins and they probably got the same I don't, girl, y'all, I don't know. And again, this is a story that was sent to me, so I don't know how true any of this is, but am I the only one confused? Tell me what y'all think in the comments, because I need y'all, I need some help. I need some help. I just do. Because what? And if y'all feel like y'all can top this story, please email me at XotikVuze@gmail.com. Everything is confidential if you want it to be. If not, it doesn't have to be. Your story could be next.